Oh, let me hang it out for Motti. Hold on. I hope that makes sense. All right, let me check. Let me check if the lobby's on YouTube, and we are. Oh, it's got it. Oh, it's got already a thingy on it. Cool. I was always surprised by that, but cool. Right then, I will copy the link on the Facebook page, and then we'll start commentating. And I think it's on there, so yeah, there we go. Hello there, good evening. Welcome to this, the start of the second half of the season of the FTR GT Sport BTCC Blueprints with STDash84 design. Season 16 coming to you live at Fuji over in Japan. I was going to say Far East, but it's in Asia. Yes, indeed. My geography's not that good. Anyway, I'm Sean, and joining me back at the booth is Liam. How are you doing tonight, Liam?
I'm good. Right, a track I personally love. We last raced here in season 9, so it's been a while. So yeah, I'm excited for Fuji. It's always good for racing.
Yeah, especially the long straightaway that we're looking at right now, when we're looking at our championship leader, Chris Clements. So before we get qualifying underway, a couple of people that are not showing tonight. One is Connor Hedden, because he has forgot to do the update, which was told by Ash, I believe it was yesterday, in one of the in a few group chats. So silly Connor. And also still we haven't looked for Kokorin, because we haven't found a replacement for Kokorin to have Edward's teammate. But also do not adjust your sets as well, because we've got Shaula back in the championship. Now you notice he is in the national car, but national's not racing. But Shaula is going to be replacing Roy for this week. So I believe he's going to get half the points as a guest driver. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think that's still how it works.
Yeah, something like that. So there we go. But Ethan just letting everyone know that we're starting in 30 seconds to get qualifying underway. So we'll quickly talk about the points and then the track itself from Liam. So as the points stand then... Oh, and Lewis has put something quite explicit in there. That's hope the trophy holders would love that. Chris Clements sits on 144 points, and he's got a big gap, a 20-point lead over Ewan Lloyd. Then Twan Volbrecht on 118. I'm guessing, did he get penalised for that incident that he had at Interlagos? Have you known any of that? Maybe not then. Anyway, Ethan Graham on 101. After a good outing last week at Interlagos, I think that was. Adam Piper also had a good outing. He sits now on 97. Lewis Edwards, who missed out last week, has fallen down to 6th in the championship at 87. McIntosh, who also had a good meeting last week, he now sits on 18. And it is still the two Williams-Renault drivers tied together, both together in the points. So 73 for Leon and 65 for Ash. Nashel, who's not racing tonight, is tied with him on 65, tied with Ash on 65, Liam New on 64, Connor Hedden, who's not racing, on 62, and Kimchi, who's just joined us, is in last place on 61 points. The Teams Championship, Honda team on 225, Alfa Romeo 210, BMW 198, Valvoline Team Mondeo 159, Williams Renault on 138, Team Toyota GB on 126, and the Vauxhall Sports Team sitting last place on 89. As the field to get underway for qualifying. So yes, Liam, this track, it is such a wide track, and there's plenty of overtaking opportunities to pass here, so we should see some good clean, well, I don't know how clean, it's BTCC, but you can see already the movers and shakers in qualifying, just how wide this track is. This should be quite fun to watch tonight.
Yeah, I mean, nearly every corner on this track is an overtaking opportunity. We've got the chicane down here while the cars are charging towards. Of course, you can have the sort of almost flat out corner, but this chicane gives a good overtaking opportunity. It's like the second heaviest braking zone, as News just crashed into Edwards, so he didn't brake heavy enough.
Nothing new there. Nothing new. Just looking through there, yeah, you can see Edwards there just coming back on the track. Just looking at the medium tyres then. So Ethan is on mediums, as well as Leon, as well as Ewan Lloyd. So, okay, so that's the two Honda drivers getting the medium tyres out of the way. I'm just seeing if anyone else, and there is Moti Kimchi, who has now got Shaola as a teammate for this week. And looks like he's going to go to do the medium tyres in race 3. So there's a look then at second place, Ewan Lloyd. And there is Volbrecht. I was just saying to you before I disappeared, did Volbrecht get penalised from those incidents at Interlagos last week?
No, he did not.
Okay, so he got away with it. Lucky, lucky boy. This track is also sort of different, interesting as well, because you've got the long straightaway, which will favour... Well, we've seen him practice there. It will definitely favour the Hyundai because Lewis has been super quick in that car. But then you got the last sector of the track which will favour the BMW and what have you. So it is really interesting. We're just looking at Volbrecht now. Just out of the corner called Hairpin and then into, I think that's 300R, I think that is. I'll get my track map back up. Yeah, 300R. And then into the past second sector, and then this is where the BMW will become a lot better, I feel, around this track. There you go.
Yeah, it's two very different parts of the track. First part's very fast and flowing, and a very slow technical second half of the lap.
So now this is a double corner, 14 and then 15. Wide entrance in. Looks like Volbrecht's taking a bit tight there out of next corner. It's going to run him slightly wide. That'll cost him a couple of attempts. And then into the last corner, Panasonic. Again, another wide entry in. Hit the apex. And then back on the power. And then onto the start-finish straight, which is nearly 1 mile long. And let's see what Volbrecht can do. He has not disappointed in qualifying. He has got all the points so far for pole positions. But you feel his perfect run of being on pole positions could be under severe threat, although he is still fastest at the moment. Clements is second, Piper third, New is in fourth, and then you got fifth place is McIntosh, and then there's Lewis Edwards. He sticks his only Hyundai in the field into second place. So he kind of splits Volbrecht and Clements, but so far Volbrecht has had 3 pole positions so far. Wants to make it 4 in a row. So this will be the last laps now for these guys. So everything counts now. Only 28,000 still behind from Edwards to Volbrecht, and he is purple. Is Edwards?
Yeah, I've been watching some of Liam New. Some of the cars around him might not be so happy. Let's say his use of track limits is creative.
Oh yes, that's quite a lot there.
Yeah, both his laps now. A lot of the corners, it's very creative.
I'm guessing he's taking different lines than the normal.
Well, there's a lot of cutting over the inside curbs, like there he was on the grass, and a lot of running very wide, completely out onto the runoff areas on the exits. So, I mean, McIntosh is behind him. Graham's a few seconds behind him. He might be seeing some of this. So.
Oh, and he just slightly moves out of the way. Now. Yeah, he's backed off now. Yeah, I think he shortcutted a bit too much there. So let's see what Volbrecht can do. See if he goes quicker than a 1:43.610, because that is the end of qualifying. I know it's a very short 5 minutes. Motti goes up into 8th place there. Kimchi, solid effort there for Kimchi. Just a bit behind his teammate, his new teammate there, Shaola. What is the gap? Just about half a second. Now let's see. Does he improve? Only just. Now we've got to see if Clements improves. No. Does Piper improve? No. Shaola doesn't. McIntosh probably doesn't improve. Now let's see what Edwards can do. Can he break the Volbrecht run of pole positions? He can, by just less than a tenth.
What makes that even more impressive was he was held up by Lloyd in the final corner.
And Leon Welsh improves to 149.0. So that will put him actually dead last in the field, but he is also running the medium tyres. And Sharp goes, his teammate though is in 11th place, Ewan Lloyd in 10th, but these guys also are starting on the mediums. I think there's only 3 of them. It's just Ethan, Ewan and Leon, I think. Yeah, I think we were just waiting for Kimchi. He's just crossing the line now. He's a second behind Paul, and he will not improve. So Edwards has broke the Volbrecht run, and that is a second pole position winner in the 4 qualifying so far. So championship point gained for Lewis Edwards, and this is how race 1 will look for your starting grid. Only 12 runners, a couple of drivers not showing, but it is Edwards, Volbrecht, Clements, Piper, New, McIntosh, Schauler, Kimchi, Graham, Lloyd, Sharp and Welsh. That's your 12 cars. 9 laps around. I thought it was going to be 12. Someone said it was going to be 12 laps long, but looks like we've shortened it to 9. Here we go then. 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Watch out for the BMWs. They will get off the line extremely well. Lights out and away we go. And looks like that's a good start there from Clements from the second row by looks of it. Edwards already shot out to nearly half a second lead as they go in towards Daichi then for the first time. Hope it's all nice and clean at the back of the pack. Let's ride on board then with Leon Welsh. Looks like we're all Ethan a little bit. The yellow flag's been waved to. That being spun around. That's McIntosh. McIntosh has been turned around. And I was just about to say if it was going to be clean and all that. So let's ride on board with McIntosh. There's Piper put a forceful block on him. So then going into towards Daichi.
Lloyd's waited. I don't think it's Lloyd's fault. I think he was hit.
Yeah, so not good there for McIntosh, unfortunately, who was quite impressive back in Interlagos last weekend. It's already a baptism of fire for him already. Meanwhile, Edwards still out in front, Volbrecht second, Clements in third, Piper in fourth, and they've already got a 1 second lead over Schauler, the returning Schauler in fifth. But look at this mess then for sixth place. Oh, and there's pinballs here with news into the back of Graham. It was all happening there going in towards Dunlop. My oh my.
Yeah, Graham and New were a bit sort of weavy at each other, and then I think Kimchi's hit the back of New, which has put him into the back of Graham, and it's all sort of kicked off from there.
Oh yeah, just going into what's done up there, and Sharp was to meet in the middle there. We'll have to have an onboard with Sharp actually, to see it from his perspective. Right, so here we go, then out of the hairpin. And it looks like Motti had to run, but then it just looked like that Ethan had a bit of a block on Liam, and it just concertinaed up into like a pinball there, because it looked like Liam did have a run on Graham, but Graham kind of blocked him off.
Yeah, I went on board briefly, and it looked a little aggressive from Graham's part, but I wasn't on board long enough to fully see.
Sharp nearly getting into the back of Ethan and nearly loses it on the Astro out of Daichi, so starting a complete lap 2 and side by side there with Liam New and Leon Welsh. That is a battle for 8th place, and there's Liam got it around the outside. No, Liam says no you don't, you're going to go back then, using his traditional going off the track though to hold his position. So good battle in there.
Thing you never really see reported going off track and gaining an advantage, because I mean, it was done there by New. He obviously went off track with the exit, but you never really see that reported here in BTCC, although it happens quite a lot.
And then Kimchi on the outside of Leon as they're making their way down towards Dunlop. The tight, twisty hairpin / chicane.
Volbrecht taking the lead.
Oh yeah, Volbrecht has taken the lead. Let's have a look at a replay. And that's at the second half of the track, where we did say that the BMW is very, very good. And just pass him around the outside. Edwards trying to shortcut the first part of Dunlop. Oh, and look at this mess now. Look at this, nearly 3 abreast going into Panasonic. Now, has Clements got the run on Edwards? He does. Pushes Edwards out onto the AstroTurf, but may come back on the track, and they're going to be side by side. Edwards is going to have a tow of Volbrecht, so Clements is looks like he's going to be hung out to dry on that inside line. So he probably may lose that spot then, and now the slipstream will work to some effect on this straightaway. It's about 0.9 miles long. Meanwhile, 3 abreast further back with I think that might be Sharp in the middle, and now into Daichi for the third time. Sorry, there. Edwards now regains the lead.
Oh, and New and Graham have just had a bit of door-to-door in the
Oh, that's nothing
turn.
new. That's nothing new. Again, Shades, and there's more door-to-door contact. That's, again, back at what happened at Brands Hatch. Meanwhile, on board with our race leader. Meanwhile, Shaoler's gone up into 4th place. He's passed Piper.
Yeah, fastest lap on the last lap, plus these three at the front are just scrapping like hell, so that'll help them.
And now they're side by side yet again for the lead. Volbrecht on the outside, Edwards on the inside. And what's Clements going to do? Is he going to brave it out, make a pass to go free wide into Dunlop? He's probably better of it. Again, Edwards just trying to hold on, and Volbrecht retakes the lead yet again.
Yeah, they're using their strengths. Edwards will fly past on the straight, but then Volbrecht tries it into the final sector.
Boy, oh boy, top 5 there, literally nose to tail there. What is it? Well, Piper's starting to lose ground a little bit there, but now Shaoler's gone into the mix. He's up into 3rd position. Looks like Volbrecht nearly lost the rear out of Met's corner. And now Clements and Shaoler are going door handle to door handle racing now, and Shaoler's just there. No, I don't think he punted Clements off the track there. I think Clements just ran right out of Panasonic there. So Volbrecht will lead lap 3 and start another lap. Edwards in 2nd, Clements in 3rd, Shaoler 4th, and Piper 5th. 1.4 separating 1st to 5th.
It's very, very close. The lap times aren't great. Mid to low 44s for the leaders, but that's what fighting does for you.
Meanwhile, Leon Wells trying to hold on for 9th place for dear life, and here comes McIntosh, full head of steam there too. Now we're going to be like 3 abreast into Daichi, and I think maybe Kimchi may have outbraked himself in the first corner, and he's going to lose 2 places in 1. And oh wow, McIntosh literally going for a pass in the grass there.
Yeah, he's not hanging around. If he can clear Welsh, he'll get up to New and Graham, because they're still fighting tooth and nail.
I tell you what, this could be quite a respectable finish for McIntosh. The way that the top 5 are fighting, and the way that New and Graham are fighting, as well as Leon and Kimchi. So this might not be a bad finish for McIntosh. Although he slides out of hairpin, one's slightly wide there, taking the Liam New racing line out of hairpin. Liam has actually freed himself away from Ethan. Don't forget, Ethan is on the mediums. I think he's the best place of the medium tyres, sitting there in 8th place there. And again, we've got a 3-car battle for 9th. Leon holding on. He's retaken 9th place from McIntosh, and Kimchi down at 11th place, and Ewan Lloyd at 2nd place in the championship. And he's down there in that last position, but he is getting those medium tyres out of the way.
Yeah, and Edwards has a good run there, but he made a little mistake in the exit. I think that might invite Clements to have a go at Edwards here. But that Hyundai is very quick in a straight line.
So starting in the second half of race 1, it is still Volbrecht with the lead. Edwards 2nd, Clements 3rd, Shaoler 4th, Piper in 5th, and you can see Volbrecht there going over to pretty much the middle of the track there. I think Edwards trying to get a bit of a side draft there, late braking into Daichi. Edwards, I thought he may have outbraked himself, but luckily he didn't. Now as Clements got an overlap, he's got he's on the outside of Coca-Cola. So Edwards is going to have the inside, and is Shaoler. Is Clements going to stick it there? No, he doesn't. Looks like
probably smart.
Top 5. Piper's actually losing some ground there too. Now he's lost a bit of ground. So too is Shaoler in the process.
Yeah, Piper's laps have gone backwards. His lap 2 was a 43.7, and then he went 44.5, and then 45.4. So his laps are getting nearly a second slower each time. So that's not the way a race should go.
Now I don't know here, but Liam New has lost 7th place now to Ethan. And let's see what happened here. Was this the old switcheroo into 100R? Looks like Ethan kind of forcefully. I tell you what, I mean, these two. We said it at Brands Hatch. These two were teammates last season. There is literally no love lost between these two now. Like,
no, it's always very aggressive with those two for some reason. I think the tone was set at Brands Hatch where neither was happy with each other. Always Volbrecht's gotten very sideways. That's going to put Clements on him.
Oh yeah, because Clements is up into P2, so he's past Edwards. It looks no, he could close up though, but enough to try and get the lead after the straightaway, and we'll find out. The gap you can see is definitely coming down. Lap 6 now. I want to see where McIntosh is. There's a great camera shot of there. Look at that. Love that camera angle. Top 3, nose to tail, And then Shaula and Piper just losing ground of the top two. Sharp doing a good little race there, having up there in
Clements
6th,
has gone
started
for
11th. Oh, careful not to hit the Astro on the exit of Daichi, which Edwards just did, just about did and nearly lost it. But now Clements has got the inside of Coca-Cola, goes back on the racing line in the path of Volbrecht and into the race lead. That's about what, 6 lead changes now in 6 laps?
Pretty much.
I mean, this is also good to see because Clements is leading the race. Ewan is down in 12th place, so this is a great points day already for Clements here. He already has a 20-point advantage over Ewan Lloyd, and he's got a 26-point advantage over Twan Volbrecht in 2nd.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing all he can. He's going to have to hold off from Volbrecht because...
he tried to have a look at the inside at Dunlop, but Clements just had that covered.
Oh, Volbrecht's just got into the back of Clements, but I think he sort of left it off ever so slightly. This might let Edwards in here. He's going to have a nose in on Volbrecht here.
Yeah, this is where the BMW is very good, though. He could just hold on to 2nd place. Look at them. The top 3 just absolutely just tied together. Now into Panasonic. Volbrecht getting a little bit impatient. Oh, and there's contact from the rear from Edwards to Tron.
Yeah, I don't think Edwards could do much because Volbrecht was doing what he did last week, which is sort of pushing up the back, which I don't think many would have been happy about, but it slowed him down and gave Edwards no choice.
Look at it, Piper. He's giving the Shaula the old bump draft. He's trying to help to try and catch up the top 3 ahead. Meanwhile, Volbrecht has gone back into the lead. Just riding on board with Adam Piper, yeah, and you can see that, yep, Tron has retaken the lead, and looks like Shaula's run a little wide out of Daichi, and has Piper gone back through into 4th position? Yes, indeed he has.
I look backwards, and here's New and Graham still side by side, but it's let McIntosh onto them.
Yeah, he has, yeah, and he's got... So this could be a fairly respectable finish here for McIntosh now. He has freed himself away from Kimchi and Welsh. I don't think
he's got good pace.
I don't think they can catch up with Sharp because he's 6 seconds up the road and through into 8th now goes McIntosh. Oh, they're going to go 3 abreast into hairpin. Oh, blimey Charlie. Oh, and there's a hit from the rear from Liam to Ethan. And McIntosh trying to stick a BMW in that tiny gap, and he's got it. Now can he get 2 and 1 here? I think he can. Although Liam is...
He'd be brave to try and make it 3 wide. Oh, he thought better of it.
Yeah, that was probably the smart choice to do that there, and Ethan's lost 2 places. More contact there. Oh, now Liam having a look on the inside. I think that's at turn 11. Does he push McIntosh a little bit out wide? No, kind of backed out of it though, but the problem is he's losing the... Oh, did he just try and drift that corner there, but failed miserably.
Yeah, New probably would have been smarter trying to follow McIntosh. They might have been able to be pulled away from Graham, but tried to fight it and has ultimately lost out.
And now Shaula's up into a fairly respectable 7th place after the spin on the first lap, and he's starting to pull away from Ethan and Liam, who will still have their own continuous battle. But meanwhile, the top 3 again, literally nose to tail, and we've got 2 laps to go. Volbrecht still leads, Clements 2nd, Edwards in 3rd, but Piper looks like he's starting to catch up again with the top 3, and he's still bringing Shaula with him.
Yeah, he's got into his groove again, 43.8, 43.8, 43.9, and he's only half a second away from slipstream off of Edwards. And these guys are doing mid-44s with all their fighting, so it's going to be basically only the last lap Piper's going to have a chance.
And he's sliding his car out of hairpin, and now has he got an overlap then into 300R? Looks like he doesn't. But looks like Clements is going to have to defend the 2nd place then going into a Dunlop. Or is he going to give Edwards the run? He looks like he's going to. But Edwards just decides to stick in a bit. And again, over time, keep holding each other up. Piper, he's now less than a second behind. Let's have a look at the back of it, and you can see he is just about there in terms of slipstream distance, as we've got about 1 1/4 laps to go.
Yeah, I mean, Clements would probably, as much as he wants to win, would take a second, because this track really doesn't suit the Mitsubishi, and it more favours the BMW.
Got to get a good run out of Panasonic, which I think Edwards didn't do, and he's losing the rear again. That's a couple of times he's hit the Astro there. Now, is that going to give Piper an opportunity? But it looks like he's lost also a lot of ground. In fact, he's going to be side by side with Schauler coming across the start-finish straight to start the last lap of race 1. And Schauler's back through.
Yeah, news dropped Graham finally, and he's onto the back of McIntosh. So that looks like that fight is finally over.
For now, anyways, we've still got another 2 races of this left, and so 1 lap to go. And Clements is now side by side with Volbrecht into Coca-Cola. Clements has got the inside. Will he stick it in there? Contact was made, but he's through.
Yeah, it should be all fine. It was only side to side, nothing really too major in that.
Now then, can Clements hold on to get, I believe that will be his 5th win of the season. He's got a few corners to go if he can hold on. And Edwards trying to find any which way to get by Volbrecht, but this is where the BMW is really strong at this last sector of this track. So I'm messing up with Clements and Schauler. I don't know why. Anyway, this is where the BMW is good. And look at the run he's got there. He's going to go side by side in the hairpin at Dunlop. But he's going to have the outside though, and it's going to allow Edwards to sneak through into 2nd place. Oh, they're still rubbing each other. Door handle to door handle now into towards Metz. There's a couple of corners to go. Can Volbrecht stick his BMW there? He's tried it so. Oh, they're going to be free abreast nearly now until he's got 1 more corner to go. Panasonic nearly shoves Edwards out wide. Bumps into the rear of Clements. Now it's a drag race to the line. And who is it going to be? Is it going to be Clements? Is it going to be Volbrecht? Or is it going to be Edwards? Over to the right hand and side of the track there to try and break the 2. It is literally going to be nose to tail. Will Volbrecht make a run? He's goes to the outside, but it's going to be just about Clements by 22 thousandths of a second. Volbrecht just holds on to 2nd, Edwards in 3rd, Schauler was in 4th, and Piper ended up being in 5th position. What a battle that was there for the win. Here comes Sharp to cross the line then in P6, solid effort there. And looks like Liam New's going to get by Schauler. Why have I got Schauler in my mind? I don't know why. I got McIntosh there just crossing the line there. Here comes Ewan Lloyd. He will finish now in 11th place. So he's passed Kimchi down in 12th position. But boy, oh boy, what a first race that was.
Yeah, I mean, if a 10th.5 covers the first 2, it's close. But there was a 10th.5 covering the first 3, and a 2nd covering the top 4. And Piper was never really in it. He was a 2nd back.
No, he faded away in the first half, but then he started coming back into life in the second half, and then obviously side by side with Schauler on the last lap, and he's lost that 5th place. But there you go. What a battle that was there. Another fast lap for Chris Clements. That's a sick one. So while I do the points, you can do the unofficial results.
Race results. Yeah, so Clements just holding on by 0.02 of a second to beat Volbrecht. Edwards taking 3rd, initially led the race, but didn't quite have an answer for the other 2. Rob Schauler on his return, 4th place, half a second ahead of Piper in 5th. Sharp had a lonely, but I'm sure he's happy with 6th, about 10 seconds off the cars ahead. Liam New eventually came out on top in his fight with Graham and ended up beating McIntosh in the end, who was recovering from his first lap accident. The aforementioned Graham in 9th place. He was first of the medium runners, so I'm sure he's not too displeased with that. Welsh in 10th place, just holding off Ewan Lloyd, who finishes 11th place, and then Motti Kimchi last on the road in 12th place, with Chris Clements taking the fastest lap of a 43.5.
So as the championship now looks, Clements' championship lead is now extended to 30 points over Twan Volbrecht, who's now in the 2nd place. Ewan Lloyd down to 3rd on 129. Then we've got a tie on 4th between Ethan Graham and Adam Piper. They're both on 108, and Lewis Edwards is now sitting on 103 points. Oh, I'll tell you what, the first race was exciting. I mean, I can't speak. I've got Schauler in my mind and I can't speak. Another 2 more races. My voice is nearly gone. It'll be literally disappeared by the end of this.
Well,
Blimey.
if these 2 races are anything like the first one, then we're in for a good night.
Oh, yeah, literally.
It'll be interesting to see. You'll have the likes of Lloyd and Graham fighting through from the back on those super softs. So let's see what Clements and those take. Clements is currently on the super softs. We'll see whether he changes. No, he's going on track, so it looks like he's sticking.
Well, Clements has got a set of mediums in race 2, but he's still got two medium tyres in race 3. So I don't know if that could haunt him come the last 2 rounds next week. Well, obviously he's got to be using a set of mediums for race 3, I'm guessing. So he'll have one set of mediums left for race 3. His teammate is exactly the same as well. Liam, he's got a set of mediums in race 2 and 2 in race 3. Yeah, so let's have a look then. So it looks like Edwards is on the mediums. Ewan Lloyd, as you said, he's back on the super softs again for Liam. And yeah, Clements wanting to go back-to-back victories and, you know, solidify the championship lead. It's just what Volbrecht is going to do. Looks like he's going to stick on the super soft. No, he's gone to mediums. He's gone onto the medium tyres. And I suppose, yeah, that's the right thing to do, because he does have one set of mediums in race 2 and he doesn't have any mediums for race 3.
Yeah, so he's gonna... He's taken 3 of the 4 pole positions. He's not going to be taking any more this season, starting on the medium tyres. So
that's for sure.
I always found race 1 was the worst race to have a set of mediums, but so it might hurt his championship towards the end of the season.
So let's go through the field then. So Schauler's on mediums. Ewan Lloyd, he's already used the mediums. So too was oh no, Liam hasn't. There's a look at Clements. He's going to start on the super softs. Volbrecht on mediums, so that means he's used all of his mediums in races 2 and 3. Sharp looks like he's going for mediums in race 3 because he's got 2 sets of mediums in that 3rd race. Edwards comes out on a set of mediums, so that will be no more set of mediums for him for race 2. Kimchi is using medium tyres, which he shouldn't be because he's already used his medium tyres in race 2.
Ah, we may have to notify him.
Yes. Right, I've done that. There we go. Oh, were you doing it as well?
No, I was not, because I know you have a keyboard and could type a lot faster.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Alright, so hopefully Motti will notify that. Looks like he is. There we go, then. So Lloyd, yeah. Ethan, yeah. Leon used a set of mediums, yeah. Schauler. Oh, no, McIntosh is going for a set of mediums. And looks like Piper is also on a set of super softs, which looks like he's going to be using the mediums in race 3. Okay then, so it looks like out of the medium tyres list there, it looks like Adam is the only one to have 2 sets of mediums in race 2.
That's not a bad thing for the end of the championship.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he's still a championship contender though. How far back is he? He is 57 points adrift off Clements. That could be a bit far, I think.
Yeah, it's probably not a championship contender, but it may help him gain a few places, because race 2 is a pretty good one to have.
So Clements will be starting on the pole in race 2, which will be starting very, very soon. And, I think Motti doesn't know the rules of like having the medium tyres, I think. So Ethan's going to start race in 30 seconds time. So the starting grid will be the results from race 1. I want to see if Tron said something in the chat there. No, he said, I cannot compete with Slipstream qualifying laps. Yeah, with a sad face.
Yeah, he was way out in front and then basically everyone else was in a train, so he obviously tried to clear it, not wanting to give a tow, but then I think Clements was the one giving everyone else a tow. To be fair though, Edwards didn't really have a tow on his lap. He got held up in the last corner and then basically passed Lloyd straight away out of it. Must have been a pretty good lap from Edwards.
I can't even type Motti. There we go. There we go. There we are. Just checking to see if, yeah. Yeah, so Kimchi's got 2 sets of mediums for race 1, so he's got to use them out of the way come the next 2 weeks. Which, next week, we will be at Dragon Trail Seaside. Is that the one with the chicane? The death chicane?
Yes.
Ooh. And then at Monza, I cannot wait for Monza. Monza's just going to be exactly the same like this, I can imagine.
Yeah, Monza will be crazy. That will definitely be slipstream quality.
Yeah. Oh, what's Edwards doing? Edwards is going the wrong way out of Daichi. Oh, and I think he's... oh, okay. Right, there we go. So we should be getting the race underway very soon. There we go. Just as I called it. And like I says, Clements will lead the field into Daichi. Unless he has a good start. But watch out for that BMW Volbrecht. You know how good the BMW is off the line too. So here we go, race 2. Like it says, results from race 1. So it'll be Clements, Volbrecht, Edwards, then Schauler, Piper in 5th, then Sharp in 6th, Liam New 7th, McIntosh, Ethan Graham, then Leon Welsh, Ewan Lloyd and Kimchi. It'll be interesting to see what Lloyd can do starting 11th on the grid, but he does have the medium tyres out of the way. Another 9 laps around Fuji, long start for the straight, and then in towards turn 1, the hairpin. Hopefully it'll be nice and clean, unlike it was the last race. Here we go then, race 2 gets underway, and I don't know who's actually got a good starter because the camera angle's not that good from there, but looks like Clements has just hold off the lead, the start from Volbrecht. So then as they go in towards the first corner, then it looks like Piper and Shaolin nearly leaning on each other, and Sharp's made a good start there, but he's been a little bit held off there. And Volbrecht nearly lost the rear because he hit the AstroTurf out of Daichi. And Sharp has gained a spot. He could gain 2 here because he's going on the outside and bumps into the back of Piper. Now, has that put Sharp out a little bit wide? It has done, but he come back on the track right in front of Twan, and then he'll go up into 4th place now. Now you can see now that Ethan Graham is still sticking his nose in, battling with Schauler there. As they go into the corner called Hairpin for the first time. More contact now being made, and I think, who was that now? It's in 4th. Oh no, it's Volbrecht, sorry. So Ash is down to 5th place. Movers and shakers, all the rest back through the field from 5th on back. But Sharp is not alright there to stay into 5th position. And again, there was nowhere for Ewan Lloyd to make a go through. But look at Kimchi really diving there, and that's Liam New just absolutely just kamikaze his way there. I'll tell you what, we should actually call Liam New Andy Neat.
Yeah, I was on board with. I think it was Lloyd, just seeing his progress, and this Alpha just comes flying in at high speed. How nobody has been taken out of this race, I don't know.
Oh my goodness me, that's just lunacy from Andy Neat. Blimey, Charlie, he's went from like 11th to 7th in just one corner alone, and I mean, that was literally balls to the walls kind of stuff, but that could have been really disastrous.
Well, it looks like Lloyd has somehow gone back a few places, so I don't know if he was caught up in it, but even if no one's been fully taken out of this race, there could still end up being a report if someone's lost out.
Yeah, and like you said there, Lloyd is lost out, he's down in last place, so that recovery drive from 11th to working his way out for the field has not worked at all. He's down there still in 12th position. His championship protagonist though is still leading the way, and now Piper's now up into 2nd spot as he's passed Lewis Edwards. And Kimchi
and Sharp are both off.
Oh, they have, and flashing the lights there too. Oh, and I think Sharp was
just swerved in. Yeah, but Kimchi swerved in front of Sharp.
Yeah, just look at the replay there. Kimchi just did what Liam New did. At Dunlop, he just careered into him.
That's a shame. Sharp was having a good race. He was working with Graham, and I mean, he could have had another 5th or a 6th or something out of this race, but that doesn't look like it's going to happen now.
And he's also going to be using the medium tyres there too, so that helps Lloyd up now into 10th place as he's side by side with McIntosh. McIntosh on the medium tyres there as well, but Clements stretching his legs away now, 1.1 seconds over this battle for 2nd place for Piper and Edwards. And again, the more time these two battle, it's going to allow Clements to pull away. Now it is Ethan Graham now up into 4th place, defending champion. Bit of a sort of a struggling season driving that Subaru, but he's got there up into 4th place now. Then Volbrecht in 5th, and then Liam New in 6th. sorry, Andy Neat in 6th place, followed by Leon Welsh now in 7th. And Schauler, who's also on the medium tyres, he's down to 8th place, and he's got his former teammate of about 3 seasons, McIntosh, well, about 1 second behind, but now Lloyd may have the run on the straightaway, and he will probably gain P9, because looks like McIntosh is not going to defend that spot. But again, it is reverse grid though for race 3, so McIntosh may need to start maybe probably thinking about just giving the spot there. Or is he going to give, or is he just going to give it a fight? He's going to give it a go, actually. Oh, and that's Leon Welsh just out wide, out of Daichi as well. If you cut, oh, did Sharp do the same thing as well? He did! Sharp did the same thing too.
It's not a good section for the Williams-Renault team.
Now, Piper's pulled away from Edwards now, 1.2 seconds. So I don't know if something has happened here. This is really the only close battle out on track. It is a 3-car scrap for 4th place with Volbrecht on the mediums, Ethan on the super softs as well as Liam. So here we go again. It is the Liam and Ethan battering competition yet again. Let's ride on board then with New. Oh, and nearly gets into the back of him. Volbrecht running a little wide. Missed the first part of Dunlop. Nearly loses the wheel though.
Really helping Edwards here, because Edwards is getting away on his medium tyres.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I forgot Edwards is also on the mediums. My bad.
So Volbrecht holding these lot up, holding the super soft runners back, is really helping Edwards.
Oh, but Graham's got to run now out of Metz though, because Tron lost the rear. And is that going to allow Liam to go through? Yes, indeed he does. So Volbrecht's now down to 6th place. Oh, is he?
But he's going to get the toll.
Wow, that BMW looked like he was super quick off the out of Panasonic. Now then, I just seen there, I think that's you and Lloyd now. He's recovered now up into 8th spot there, side by side with Leon Welsh. And there is McIntosh also there in the background. And it looks like Sharp is now down in last place. Oh, that's nothing new, isn't it?
Might fall behind Schauler here, he's gonna.
And again, he just, it was exactly the same thing what he did on the first lap at Dunlop. Tried to outbrake the pair of them, and this time it's going to cost him 2, maybe 3 spots then.
Yeah, we've seen across both seasons he's been here as braking is kind of his weakness.
Oh, Kimchi has unfortunately left the room. Hopefully he'll be back for race 3, we're hoping. Maybe just slightly confused about the medium tyres, but look at it, we've got ourselves possibly a bit of a scrap now for 4th place with Graham leading the way, then Volbrecht, and then you've got this lot here with Schauler, New, Lloyd, Welsh and McIntosh.
Yeah, Schauler and Volbrecht are kind of the cork in the bottle. They've got the medium tyres on. Of course, McIntosh is at the back of the string with the mediums on, but he'll just try and follow through, see if he can get Volbrecht and Schauler, be the best medium runner other than Edwards.
Riding on board then with Ewan, who's now down to 3rd place in the championship. You'll see his teammate just ahead. Nothing. Look at it. Drivers taking different lines then through Panasonic there. Schauler looking in the middle. Well, Liam took the preferred line through the last corner. And then starting yet another lap, then lap 5, then Clements is still leading the advantage. But it looks like the gap is slowly coming down between himself to Piper. Edwards is obviously on the medium tyres doing a great job sitting there in 3rd place. 4th place is still Ethan Graham, but look at Volbrecht. Volbrecht's going defensive there because Schauler's got the run. And it looks like there Ewan Lloyd has got 7th place away from Neat, has he? I think he has done. Although has Andy Neat got the run off of Daichi? May have. And is he going to go for another kamikaze manoeuvre going into his Coca-Cola? No, he doesn't. No, he's restrained at this, yeah. And now looks like Ethan is starting to pull away now. So Volbrecht is holding up a train of cars behind him, which is there, which is the start of the train, which is led by a BMW driver, and this is ended by another BMW driver in McIntosh. But McIntosh is also on the medium tyres as well, so he looks like he's starting to fall a little bit adrift from that battle for 5th. As here we go then, Leon Welsh tries the old manoeuvre to Dunlop. This time it's a lot more cleaner than what Liam did on the first lap. tried to make a pass on Ewan, but unfortunately to no avail, as Schauler trying to have a look on the inside of Volbrecht, yet again to no avail.
Yeah, they can't find a way past Volbrecht. I guess it doesn't help that the car attacking him is also on the mediums. New, Lloyd, and Welsh need to try and find a way past. Well, actually, Schauler's going to find a way past.
Yeah, on board with Schauler, and he's found a way by. So now he's up to 5th. Now, what can Liam New do? And what can New and Lewin?
He's going to attack again.
Yeah, he's going to, yeah. See what, that Beamer looks quite quick on the straightaway when it goes into the slipstream. And look at Lloyd. Oh, here we go. What's Nick going to do? Is he just going to do a kind of a kamikaze into Daichi? Is he going to hold on to the outside line? And watch out for Lloyd, because he get 2. He might get 3 places and 1 out of all this. He's already gained 2. Now he's on the outside of Volbrecht, going into towards Coca-Cola. Oh, this could be really, really messy here. On board again with Schauler, and you and Lloyd up to P5.
That got a bit messy. New got into the back of Volbrecht, which made him hit Lloyd. Oh, and New shoved his car in again.
And yeah, and I was on board there, and Schauler's to me in the middle here.
Yeah, New's just effectively caused 2 little crashes there by sort of shoving his nose in where it really shouldn't be, if I'm honest.
Yeah, we were on board with Schauler, and I was saying he was just getting into the side of Volbrecht, but then you just said there that Liam got into the side of Rob there too.
Volbrecht.
Was that a bit of a revenge there? That might have been.
Possibly revenge or a mistake, because I think he's waiting, so it must have been a mistake.
Heck, I wouldn't be. I would do exactly the same thing the way that Liam's been racing. There we go. I don't know. It was nip and tuck really, but you know, fair play to Tron if he doesn't want to get hingy. So he's down now to what, 10th place, which means he would start second in race 3 if Kimchi, you know, decides to come back.
Well, if Kimchi comes back, he'll start last.
Oh, it's last anyways.
For not finishing a race, you will start last always.
So Clements still leads the way, but the gap is slowly coming down now. 1.3 seconds it is to Piper. Still, the fastest lap though still set to Chris Clements. And then in 3rd place is Lewis Edwards. Looks like he's going to be hunted down by his former teammate of 3 seasons of Ethan Graham. I forget those 2 were teammates when Lewis won his 3 titles. And then Lloyd up from 11th on the grid up to 5th place now. And then you got this titanic scrap for 6th place now, led by Leon Welsh now.
Yeah.
And now Andy Neat gets in
contact.
And Andy Neat gets into the side now of Leon. I think that's what we could put in our own group chat there, just calling Liam New Andy Neat, because he just likes making contact, doesn't he?
I mean, it certainly wouldn't be wrong.
Oh, here we go, and free abreast going in towards Dunlop there. It looks like Volbrecht is going to have the actually, take it back. Looks like McIntosh is going to have the best seat of the house. Let's ride on board now with Xavier McIntosh, and there's his teammate just ahead, and still Leon holding on to that 6th place. Sharp is like 9 seconds down the road. He should be a lot more closer to this battle. But it looks like he's struggling around this Fuji track as Liam dives down at Panasonic. But I think Leon will have the run out of the last corner, and he will hold on to that 6th spot. But what about Schauler? What can Schauler do now? Because he's going to get a double toe out of all of this.
Oh, Lloyd's taking the fastest lap with no toe.
Oh, here we go. Watch out for Schauler. He's going to thread the eye of the needle of a Mitsubishi sandwich here. And is he going to get 2 places in 1 now? Late breaking in into Daichi. That's a fantastic pass there for Rob. Yeah, 2 in 1 on the straightaway.
Yeah, New backed out of it, which left Rob only to pass Welsh and he at the inside. So, good move from Schauler.
I'm sorry, did you say New backed out of that?
Yeah, I'm questioning my words, but yeah.
Yeah, that's a first.
Graham's just outside the slipstream range of Edwards, so it's going to be a last lap fight for the podium. Mediums versus super softs.
New ticket. Oh, and there's more contact. Volbrecht and New out of the hairpin corner there. That was a bit of a naughty stuff between the pair of them. And I think now they're going to be side by side now. And watch out for McIntosh, because now he's going to gain maybe 2 places in one here. He's just going to break very early into Dunlop and just let these two squabble over. Deary me. Whenever there seems to be contact, you're always there with Liam, isn't it? Oh, Leon nearly going to the back of Schauler. Now Volbrecht and New make contact yet again.
Yeah, Graham and Edwards is about to kick off. It's 3/10 going on to the pit straight.
I mean, this is still a solid effort there for Edwards to be on the medium tyres, so...
Yeah,
here we go.
Benefited a lot from Volbrecht.
Here we go then to start the last lap. Then will Edwards go defensive, or was he just going to give the inside to Ethan Graham? Looks like he is going to. Into Daichi, no bit of contact. The brake discs there glowing and up into 3rd place there. I'm surprised Edwards never really attempt to make a challenge for that.
I guess he knows that if they start fighting, that Lloyd is only 2 seconds back and is currently going purple. He's had his fastest lap taken away again by Clements. Lloyd, really a big loser from his incident in race 1. He's proven to be possibly contention for winning races tonight. He might in race 3, you never know.
He did use the medium so in race 1, so he wasn't going to do anything spectacular though. Again, we're still looking at this battle for 6th place there, and it's still led by Charlotte, although Welsh wants it back again. I think he's got it on the hairpin, but is Charlotte going to go for the switcheroo? I don't know. He's on the outside of 300R doing it. Oh, hello. Yeah, there was enough there to squeeze a Mazda there. But meanwhile, back out front there, Chris Clements, he's going to extend the championship lead there with Volbrecht being down the pecking order as well as Ewan Lloyd. But it is 2 wins from 2 and 2 fastest laps as well for your championship leader. And he's going to yet again extend the championship lead a lot now after his, what, 6th win of the season now, is it? Yes, sixth win of the season now for Chris Clements. Piper crosses the line. His best result there to finish in 2nd place. Liam News going off the track again at Panasonic. Ethan Graham gets 3rd place. Edwards gets 4th. Ewan Lloyd in 5th position. Actually set the fastest lap on that last lap. Now who's going to get 6th place there? Side by side across the line. It's going to be Schauler. Only just though beats Leon Welsh across the line by 13 thousandths of a second. New in 8th. Then it is Volbrecht 9th. McIntosh 10th, and there goes Ash Sharp crossing the line in 11th place, and Motti Kimchi unfortunately DNF'd. But race 2 was not spectacular for Clements there, but he'll take that. Another win for him.
Yeah, and he's just got to see where he can get to on the mediums in race 3.
Yeah, indeed he will. Yeah, and well, obviously he's going to be starting 11th on the grid because there's no sign of Kimchi coming back by the looks of it. But anyways, there is the look then at the unofficial results. So you take it away then, Liam. And how did the points?
Yeah. So Clements with another win, so that's 2 for the day. Of course, has started the back on medium tyres, but always the potential for a good midfield result. Piper takes 2nd place, 2.5 seconds back. Graham passing Edwards a lap to go to claim 3rd on the podium. And then the aforementioned Edwards in 4th, just 7 tenths ahead of Lloyd, so made a good choice not to fight Graham, otherwise it could have been 5th. Schauler with the less than 100th ahead of Leon Welsh in 7th, 0.805 to 0.814, 9 thousandths between the cars. Liam New with an interesting race, very elbows out argy-bargy race in 8th place. Twan Volbrecht in 9th, so lost out from hitting New, had to drop back. McIntosh 10th, and then Ash Sharp, unfortunately, that incident with Kimchi early on in the race, putting him down in 11th place, with Ewan Lloyd taking the fastest lap on the final lap, still a point away from Chris Clements.
Indeed he does, and that is putting 1 point behind Volbrecht now. He still sits 2nd. As Volbrecht sits on 142, Ewan Lloyd on 141. The problem is Chris Clements now has 185 points. 43 points is his advantage now over Volbrecht. But that gap will come down as Clements will have to start on the medium tyres, and both Volbeck and Lloyd will start on the super softs.
Yeah, swings and roundabouts, that's always the joy of the medium tyre rule.
Yep. Looking down the order as well, Piper still sits 4th in the championship. He's back into that 4th spot. He's now on 125, Ethan Graham on 123, and Lewis Edwards on 116. That is how they look for the start of round 12. Oh, well, that was interesting. Quite a boring for a second race though. If you, well, obviously Clements will take that being a boring race, but yeah, 42 points advantage. 43, sorry, my bad. 43 points. So he's definitely running away with it.
Yeah, this is the best chance he's had. Of course, he's raced that Evo before. He knows the car. He's jumped in it and instantly quick. He seems to have been consistent every round, whereas, you know, Graham has had some bad races. Lloyd's not having a great day today. Edwards has messed around. So everyone seems to just be having issues, whereas Clements is just winning and being consistent and getting good results every single race, and it's showing that the consistency absolutely can win you championships.
And also having the most wins too, because, you know, like I said, Clements has got 6 wins. The nearest guy that's got the most wins after Clements is Ewan Lloyd, and he's only got 2. It's quite amazing to think that Edwards has only got 1 win this season, and you know how unbelievably quick he is. And Volbrecht as well. You know, Volbrecht has had a couple of wins thrown away, especially at Interlagos. He made a couple of huge mistakes there too. But it's like he says, you know, the consistency that Chris has done this season, it's definitely a lot more better than season 14. Put it that way.
Yeah, it's his best chance since he fought with Edwards for that title, where he had an incident with New back at Brands Hatch a couple of seasons ago. So it looks like after, I think, 13, 14 seasons he's been in this championship, he might finally get what he's wanted.
Yeah, definitely. You also think back to season 14, because there was always Edwards that was winning a lot of the races, and Edwards was also getting the fastest laps. And, you know, it's just like roles reversed now. It's now Clements is getting the wins, and he's getting the fastest laps too, because that's now, well, like I said, Clements has got his 6th win, and he's also got his 6 fastest laps. Usually by now he'd have about 1 or 2, whereas Edwards would get like a load more.
Yeah, you'd think it would be the other way around. Edwards would have probably won 6 of the races, Chris would maybe have won 2 or 3 or something like that, but Chris has been very much in control so far.
Yeah. And like he says, this could be a season where he will finally achieve his dream of becoming a champion. I bet he was so disappointed back in season 14, but I think obviously now that's clearly at the back of his mind now. He's just focusing on this one. He's just got to race smart here. You know, for race 3, just do a very smart race, I reckon, if I was Clements.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like there's, what, about 3 or 4 other cars starting on the mediums, so an FT maybe is slightly quicker than 1 or 2 on the super soft, so he could get a 5th or a 6th here. Which, considering he's won 2 of the races, and, you know, you think Graham and Lloyd were only, what, 9th and 11th on their mediums, it's not the worst race in the world they could have.
As they're saying, please don't murder me at turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, turn... So I think for the drivers using the mediums in race 3, it will be Sharp himself, but he will start on the pole. Clements, Liam New, sorry, Andy Neat. And looks like Piper's going to be on mediums as well. And Kimchi was supposed to be going on mediums, but looks like he has is not going to be joining.
It seems his day is done, and I think that won't be taken too well after he quit race 3 last week.
As I look then at Ewan, it's still, I tell you what, even though Ewan has had a pretty bad race here tonight, it's still been a great season for him. You know, 3rd in the championship, well ahead of his teammate. his more experienced teammate, but we have seen in the, you know, last season how good of a driver he was. He could race in a Scirocco, he could race in a Renault, and he could race in a Subaru.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people can. Oh,
Shaula's now left the room. Looks like he will be joining very soon, so starting will be delayed for a little bit.
Yeah, we'll have to do set by host, which is always annoying.
Oh, that would definitely please Ethan.
Yeah, it was always the worst when I ran the leagues. If someone would just leave for no reason, we don't know why Rob's left, whether it's a disconnect or something, but it was always so annoying. Instead of just click one button and it would reverse it all for you, you've then got to find where everyone was, reverse it, put it in order, and it was just so annoying.
Not unless if it was Chonk.
No, he's my friend, Yoshi. Greatest moment of my life getting to pet that cat.
You didn't get a hard on like Lewis seeing 12-year-olds, do you?
No, I did not.
Oh, okay, then that's fine then. I'm trying to put my fan on actually. There we go. That's perfect. So I'm hoping we're getting Shaula back, and then we will get race 3 underway. Which my dog is kind of looking at me impatiently to get this race underway.
Does he not realise there's a championship at stake?
Well, at least you said steak. He'll probably think it's food there. Oh, there he is. There's Shaula there. And Shaula finished, what was it, 6th? Yeah, because he got Liam Welsh on the line. So he will start, by my reckoning, I think that's actually 6th, isn't it? No, 5th. 5th, maybe? Pretty much in the middle of the pack anyways.
I think he should be 6th again.
Yeah, probably.
Because he'll have 11th, 10th, 9, 8, 7 ahead of him. There'll be 5 cars ahead of him, so he'll be 6th again. Yeah,
so he finished 6th and he'll start 6th in race 3. And Clements will finish 1st and he will start 11th.
Yeah, and on the medium tyres, same for Piper, they'll both be on the back row with the mediums.
And Sharp starting on the pole, and he is going to be on the medium, so he could fall like a rock. And like you said there, in the start of race 2 there, it looked like he was going to have a good, respectable finish there if it wasn't for Kimchi ploughing into the back of him. Oh, into the side of him, sorry, yeah. To turn 1.
You saw how much Volbrecht held up the other cars. If Ash was clear of that, he could have been 4th.
Yeah, he could have.
He might have been ahead of Edwards, he might have been around Edwards and Graham. You don't know, anywhere from sort of 3rd to 5th might have been where Sharp was, but yeah, it's unfortunate for him.
Yeah, let's get Sharp on some TV time, because I tell you what, it's not been the best of seasons for Sharp. He's always been a victim of circumstances when it comes to accidents, isn't he? And he's always ended up being on the wrong end of the stick.
Yeah, it's if he had no luck at all, his only luck is bad luck.
Quite literally. So here we go then. Starting grid then, last round of the night at Fuji. Reverse grid order from the results from race 2, and it'll be Sharp, McIntosh, Volbrecht, Liam New, watch out, Leon Welsh, then it'll be Shaula, Lloyd, Edwards, then the 9th place will be Ethan Graham, Piper and Clements. So now we're down to 11 races now. 1 Valvoline Ford, 1 Vauxhall car and 1 Team Toyota car now on the grid as the lights are out, and now we are racing yet again. And watch out for the 2 BMWs. They'll get off the line extremely well. But I mean, Volbrecht is he's on the quicker tyres then, so you know, watch out for him to possibly get his 2nd win of the season. So then into Daichi, hopefully there'll be less contact there as at turn 1. Looks like we're all nice and tidy. Clements goes a little bit out onto the AstroTurf there. Looks like he's not going to lose too much time though. And here comes Volbrecht. He's going to have a look on the inside on Sharp and Coca-Cola. And no, Sharp's going to hold on to the lead. As McIntosh is now all over the back of his teammate. And again, Liam New, we'll keep an eye on there. As Sharp runs extremely wide. And that's cost him the lead. And he's flashing the lights again. Did he have some help?
Very possible. I wasn't watching Sharp, so I don't know.
Let's see then. I there was a little bump there, but I don't think that was Volbrecht's fault there, because Sharp may have just clipped the grass, the inside of the grass.
Whoa! Oh. Edwards.
What's happened to Edwards? Where is he?
He's just completely missed the chicane. I don't know if he was hit or what, but...
Gotta get a replay now. I was just trying to find where he was there. Oh my god, he went careering off. Yeah, someone must have smashed into the back of him.
Yeah, that's what I thought. There's no way he misses it that much in his own.
Well, he was side by side with Liam New, so I'm guessing we know who the culprit could be that got into the back of him.
It's very possible he hasn't waited, and I feel like he would have been told to by either Graham or Edwards or someone.
Piper going rally crossing on the start finish straight there, but he's lost the spot. And Clements trying to get out of everyone, you know, trying to get away from danger. He's now gained a spot.
Graham and New's battle is on again, as it looks like Graham's gone around the outside and will drive away.
And Edwards now to the inside of Leon Welsh, and again Clements running very wide out of Daichi. Maybe he's just trying to drive out, you know, don't get involved in incidents here, maybe.
Yeah, this race might come down to BMWs versus Subarus, because Graham's in fourth and potentially going to catch, because Lloyd is all over the back of McIntosh, or he was a bit slower through that corner.
So Volbrecht in the lead, his teammate in second, Lloyd in third, and then you've got Ethan Graham in fourth. So you got BMW 1, BMW 2, Honda Accord 3, Honda Accord in fourth, and then you got the first of the Alfa Romeos in fifth. That is Liam, and then the only Team Toyota driver of Schauler in sixth, as he's trying to put a hefty block on Edwards in towards, and there's contact, and sideways went Andy Neat, but kept it going.
I'm sure he'll be pleased with that nickname.
He should change his game attack, not Evil Dragon, Andy Neat more like now. So then Edwards...
Graham's catching.
Oh, just seen Edwards trying to make a pass on Schauler at Met's corner, but Schauler says no. Piper's now up into 9th place, so he's gone by, and Clements and Sharp now. Sharp started on the pole, down to 10th place, and... now he's down into last there, and again more bad luck for Sharp.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but it's a medium race. It's not the worst if he comes last. It's not like his super soft race has been ruined, and the BMWs are bump drafting.
Meanwhile, further behind, Schauler is trying to get second place. What's that all about? 5th place on Liam, and through he goes. Although he sticks all 4 wheels on the AstroTurf, so too did Piper as well. Looks like these Mazdas are struggling in the first corner out there.
Yeah, they're a little bit front heavy at slow speeds, so they're maybe not the best through there.
Yeah, and again, runners right out of Coca-Cola, and Leon Welsh is giving him a wide berth there out of that corner. Now then coming in towards the hairpin they go. And Piper's still holding on to 9th place. Leon Welsh in... Sorry, Piper in 8th, Leon in 9th, and Clements is in that 10th spot. There he is. Meanwhile, the top 2 yet again nose to tail. But Lloyd, after having quite a miserable Fuji, he wants to salvage something by getting a W, get his 3rd win of the season. Volbrecht looking for his 2nd, and Ethan, surprisingly, looking for his 1st win of the season.
Yeah, he's not quite adapted to the Subaru as quick as Lloyd has. He's not far off, but Lloyd's definitely had a slight upper hand. Of course, they'll need to work together if Graham does catch up, because the BMWs are working together and they're better off for it.
And I think Lloyd's actually caught the toe of the 2 BMWs he has now. So he is within that slipstream distance now. So Ethan is going to lose a lot of ground here on the start-finish straight. So onto lap 4 with his Volbrecht, but looks like the BMWs are pulling away. I thought the BMWs were quite slow in the straights, but they've got a lot of grunt here. Oh.
Yeah, I guess that's just the joy of the bump draft, which will be pulling them away, but Lloyd is properly with them now.
Yeah, he got on the brakes extremely well out of Daichi, and he's all over the back now of McIntosh, and you can see that even Graham 2.1 seconds adrift of this battle now, which is a 3-car battle for the lead. Let's have a look further back through the field then. Schauler in 5th, Edwards in 6th, Liam New in 7th, And then you got Piper still in 8th place, and again Clements there still in 10th position, but trying to keep out of trouble. I think that's his objective, I think, for this race, as he does hold a 43-point lead over Volbrecht, who is leading the race, but he wants to get by Welsh though, just to gain that bit more points. And Liam doing the traditional Liam running wide routine.
Lloyd needs to try and get McIntosh to defend, break the BMWs up, and then that's his best chance. He might be about to. It was close to 7/10.
Go back on board with Lloyd. Now they're just coming out of there. Night Phantom's going mental here for his friend Twan, who is leading the race. Just missed out on the first race, had a pretty nightmare race too, by finishing, I think it was like in 9th place, I think it was. Yeah, it was 9th
Something
place.
Like that.
Yeah.
He had to wait after he crashed into New.
And now on to the start finish line to start lap 5 out of 9. Still Volbrecht leads. McIntosh in 2nd. And Ethan tries, he might try to catch up in the top 3, but he just can't catch up with them because the top 3 are just literally in the slipstream.
Yeah, it kind of ebbs and flows. He loses out through sort of the first part of the lap, but then in the second part, I think Lloyd's being slightly held up by these two, and then Graham sort of gains slightly back end, so he needs them to either start fighting or break up the slipstream train for him to have a chance, it seems.
Just looking at a replay there with Liam New, because he's down in 9th place there. But more importantly though, Clements has gone by his teammate, so now that's him up to P9. So that's more points gained.
Yeah, he's got Welsh and Piper. Piper also on the medium tyres, so could be looking at a 7th place finish here, which wouldn't be too bad, as rivals all finished worse than that on their medium tyres.
And I mean, don't forget though, I mean, Clements and Piper were teammates for the part of 2 seasons, so looks like Piper went a little bit wide out of hairpin, and that's going to allow Leon Welsh to go through up into 7th, so that's good stuff that from Leon. But then he goes defensive, puts his car into the middle of the track. They're trying to defend his 7th place, and that's going to allow Chris to catch up and hopefully make a pass on his former teammate. And we know how good of a defensive driver Adam is, especially when he was doing it to his teammate the last couple of seasons, when Chris was definitely fighting for the championship.
Yeah, Piper's worked more with his teammates this season, or with other people than he has his teammates this season, bump drafting Schouler last race.
Oh, the thing is, though, is Connor's not here to race. I mean, how many times have we seen Connor racing this season? We haven't seen him race tonight. He missed the race earlier this season.
McIntosh is taking fastest lap.
No, that's now been beaten by Lewis just now.
Ah. Yeah, it doesn't look like Edwards had a tow unless he lost out on Groot. But yeah, I think it looks to me like these cars behind are both faster than Volbrecht. It just seems that McIntosh wants to work with him, and that's keeping Lloyd away.
Yeah, I think McIntosh has definitely played the team role, definitely. I think he knows what the championship situation is for Tron, even though he's now 43 points adrift, so he's just doing like a teammate's job, like an Ethan Graham to Lewis Edwards, pretty much. Or like a Liam New to an Ethan Graham last season.
Yeah, well, as soon as they're not teammates, the gloves have come off between those two, but yeah, if these BMWs stop playing the team games, or McIntosh decides, you know what, I'm quicker, I'm going to try and win this race, then that's how Lloyd and potentially Graham get into this, because Lloyd has no answer right now for these two bump drafting, but they both look quicker than Volbrecht.
I think the only thing that Lloyd is good at is under the brakes. I don't know if the Subaru's quick enough down the straight to even make an attempt on the BMWs. We seen we were on board with Ewan a couple of laps ago how quick the BMWs were down on the straight on the Subaru, so I think if it's more of a case, I think it's just down to getting them under the brakes, I reckon, for Ewan to maybe upset the BMW party.
Possibly. I mean, neither of these cars are that quick in a straight line. The Hyundai is definitely the quickest out of these lots, so I think it's just BMW is maybe the best of a bad bunch when it's fighting the Subaru.
Right then, so 3 laps to go, and again McIntosh bump drafted his teammate, and they're starting to extend that gap over Ewan Lloyd. It was 6/10, but then it's gone back down again. Lloyd a little bit sideways in the middle of the first corner. Ethan Graham just touching the Astro on the exit, And meanwhile, yet again, looks like Edwards is now caught up to the back of Schauler. That will be for 5th place, though. Looks like Edwards is going to make a move on to the inside, going in towards Coca-Cola, and that is P5 now for the 3-time champion, although Schauler wants to go around the outside at 100R.
That's always brave, going around the outside there.
And Edwards nicely defending his position there. Let's have a look then. The improvement then of Clements. And he's found a way by Piper, so that's crucial. So Clements is found a way by his former teammate, although Piper will probably not give it up without a fight. And you can see Lily getting into the rear of Clements. So that's another point gained there for Clements. He's up to 8th place, but can he hold on for like another 2.5 laps with Piper all over the back of the rear ring?
Yeah, Lloyd's a bit closer this lap. Can he be close enough coming out of these final turns? As the BMW's very quick here. McIntosh had a snap. That might be his chance.
And Graham is still 2.2 seconds adrift there. He's still not catching up to the back of his teammate, but again, he is in the tow of the 2 BMWs.
Yeah, the BMWs are a lot quicker through the final corner. That's what's keeping them safe on the straight. They can take that apex so much earlier than the Subaru. The Subaru can't quite get turned in the same way.
2 more laps to go. Volbrecht still leads. McIntosh 2nd. Lloyd in 3rd. Even Graham 4th. Edwards in 5th. Schauler in 6th. Leon Welsh in 7th. And there is Chris Clements now in 8th. For Piper 9th. Sharp in 10th. And Liam New in 11th place. In fact, he's actually side by side with Sharp. Those two have made contact in the past. Hopefully it'll be nice and cleaner this time. Yeah, just about there, but Sharp holding on to 10th place.
I always get worried when New does that thing where he just comes off the brake in the middle of a braking zone.
Yeah.
It's almost his trademark thing, and it worries me every time because it's caused crashes before. Volbrecht just got very sideways.
Now this is where Lloyd has to pass him, late breaking into Dunlop, because I possibly now know that the Subaru is very good on the brakes, but he just can't do it. He just can't find a way. Is he trying to set up for the pass, or is he just happy to sit there in 3rd place? If I was him, I'd just go for it.
The possibility is that if he tries to brake late and pass McIntosh, because the BMWs are so close, he has every chance of just smashing into the side of Volbrecht. But maybe he's happy with the points. Maybe he knows that Graham's behind him, Clements is behind him. Oh, McIntosh! This is the chance.
This is an opportunity there, and now that 1-2 for the BMWs is gone now. So Lloyd has gone into 2nd place, and the gap is closing down. Volbrecht doesn't have his teammate behind him. It's now another championship protagonist in Newman Lloyd. We've got 1 more lap to go now.
Another fastest lap from Lloyd.
Yeah, he did, yeah. And he is closing a lot on Volbrecht now. So here we go. Late breaking in into Daichi. Is Lloyd going to get the win, or is it going to be Volbrecht? Or will McIntosh retake that 2nd spot?
But you know, McIntosh is usually the gentleman racer, so I'm sure Lloyd feels somewhat safe.
Into Coca-Cola. Volbrecht still leads, but it's now Lloyd. He's lost his teammate. He's lost his safety there. Graham is still, I don't think Graham's just more content to finish in 4th place. He's 4 seconds adrift now from the top 3 who are making their way towards hairpin for the last time. Looks like McIntosh was trying to fake a move on Lewin Lloyd going in towards hairpin, but that didn't work. Now, but this is where the Subaru could be very good, and it looks like he's got a run actually. Will he go late braking into Dunlop? We know the Subaru's very good on the brakes, but he's just sticking it behind.
But he's got a better line through the chicane. He's had to bump into the back of Volbrecht.
There's only 2 more places to overtake, and it's at Metz and at Panasonic. If he can get the run out of Metz corner and take a great line through Panasonic, he could get it. This is Metz corner, just nearly slides, understeers nearly into the back of Tron, and I think that could be the end of that race then for the win.
Yeah, McIntosh is in behind.
He's trying to give it a go. He's got a good run out of Panis. It's a good run, but it might be too little too late though, unfortunately. The gap you can see is coming down, but I don't think he's going to gain 2 tenths alone on the start-finish line. So Volbrecht, he waves over to the track, pulls over to nearly up against the pit wall, and Volbrecht will win the final round of again. My words fail me. Volbrecht wins again. That's the second win of the season. Lewin Lloyd in second. McIntosh in third. Then it will be Graham in fourth. Edwards fifth. Schauler will finish in sixth. Look at this, side by side across the line, and it is going to be Clements that will just hold on to P8 over Adam Piper. Sharp in 10th, and Liam New completed the field in 11th place. But race 3 was a little bit more well behaved than the previous two.
Yeah, definitely. So it was a very close race up the front. I think for Lloyd it was just a lap too late to get past McIntosh because he was definitely quicker, but he only had one lap to try it.
Yeah, indeed it was there. So there we go. Then Ewan Lloyd actually setting 2 fastest laps of the night. So good effort there for Ewan. That'll be another 2 bonus points for him. So there's a look then at the unofficial results then. Only 11 races because Kimchi kind of left after race 2. So Volbrecht getting his second win, Ewan Lloyd second, McIntosh third, Graham fourth, Edwards fifth, Schauler sixth, Welsh seventh, Clementson eighth, Piper ninth, Sharp 10th, and Liam New 11th. We forgot to say this last week, but I remembered it for this week. Who will be your driver of the day?
For last week and this week it would be Chris Clements.
Okay, aye, yeah. Sorry, I just had a drink of black currant juice there when you said that. So there we go then. Ethan has quickly ended the game, or the lobby. So we'll pretty much end the stream now. So this has been round 4 of season 16 of the BTCC Blueprints of STDash84 Designs. We will see you again next week at the Dragon Trail with the old Chicane of Death. But until then, I've been Sean.
And I've been Liam.
And we will see you again next week.